The trajectory of this object is very peculiar. In fact, it lies in the orbital plane of the planets around the Sun. Something is moving through our solar system, and it's not what we were told it was. It's called Atlas, an object from beyond the reach of our Sun. While the first observations were strange, the James Webb Space Telescope just took a crystal clear look at it, and the results are setting the scientific world on fire. The object is exhibiting behavior that breaks the laws of cometary physics, and what many overlooked is its trajectory, a path so precise it seems designed. This is not a random visitor. Now we have proof that it's exactly what some scientists secretly thought it was: a jet pointed at our Sun. The James Webb Space Telescope, a $10 billion eye on the universe, was designed to capture ancient, faint light from the first galaxies. But its most recent target wasn't billions of light years away. It was right here in our own cosmic backyard. And the data it sent back didn't just challenge some theories, it threatened to rewrite everything we thought we knew about our place in the universe. The subject of this intense investigation is Atlas, the third interstellar object ever detected passing through our solar system. At first, it was labeled as a comet, a wanderer from another star. But not all things are what they seem. A growing number of astronomers had a different, more radical belief, a theory so profound they hesitated to speak it too loudly. Now, Webb has provided the evidence confirming that Atlas is indeed what they suspected all along, something far stranger than a simple comet. The first clue that something was deeply wrong came from its size. Initial estimates were already impressive, but Webb's high-resolution images refined the numbers into something truly mind-bending. Atlas's diameter is confirmed as being larger than 3 kilometers, making its minimum mass a colossal 72 trillion kilograms. To say the least, this is a monster. For comparison, the first interstellar object, the infamous Oumuamua, was the size of a football field, about 100 meters. The second was even smaller. This new visitor is thousands, potentially 1,000,000 times more massive. What many overlooked is the sheer improbability of this. Why would the third visitor be a giant while the first two were pebbles? It's like spotting 2 tiny minnows in the ocean and then the next fish you see is a blue whale. The statistics simply don't add up for a natural distribution. The most shocking fact is that its size makes it as wide as Manhattan Island, a city-sized object floating that originated from an unknown place. But Atlas's sheer scale was just the appetizer. The real stunner, captured in breathtaking detail by Webb's infrared cameras, was its jet. Comets are known for having tails. As they approach the Sun, ice on their surface turns to gas, creating a bright plume that always points away from the Sun, pushed by the solar wind, like smoke being blown by wind. It's a fundamental rule of cometary behavior. Atlas spits in the face of this rule. Webb's images show a bizarrely structured, highly columnar jet, 10 times longer than it is wide, pointing toward the Sunday. This is like watching smoke from a campfire blow directly against the wind. It makes no physical sense for a natural object. The energy required to create such a powerful, focused jet against the Sun's pressure is immense. Moreover, a normal cometary tail only began to appear faintly in late August 2025, almost like an afterthought. The forward jet remains the dominant and inexplicable feature, a giant, bright finger pointing directly at our star. This wasn't just a quirk, it was a flagrant violation of celestial mechanics. Scientists are scrambling for an explanation, but natural models are failing. Could it be some unknown chemical reaction, an exotic form of ice? Or is the jet not a jet at all, but something else? A controlled emission, a form of propulsion? You can see this everywhere in science fiction. But now it's a reality captured by our most powerful telescope. The object isn't just passively tumbling through space. It's actively and bizarrely interacting with our Sun in a way never seen before. This active behavior was just the beginning. Its chemical composition would prove even more unnatural, the light that bends wrong. After the shocking revelations of its size and sun-facing jet, scientists used the James Webb Space Telescope's advanced spectrographs to dissect Atlas's very essence, the gas and dust around it. When you analyze a comet, you expect to find a very specific recipe dominated by water ice, carbon dioxide, and other common volatiles. The thing nobody tells you is that this cosmic recipe is remarkably consistent throughout our solar system, like a cake recipe that always uses the same basic ingredients. It's the signature of a natural body formed in the cold. What Webb found in Atlas's plume wasn't just a different recipe. It was a recipe from another universe of possibilities, one that looks suspiciously like it was manufactured. The first red flag was the shocking abundance of nickel. Spectrographs detected far more nickel than iron in the object's gas release. In nature, iron is almost always more abundant than nickel. It's like finding more gold than iron in a common rock. It's a fundamental rule of how elements are forged in the hearts of stars. A nickel excess is incredibly rare, and on Earth is found primarily in one place: industrial alloys. High nickel steel is engineered for extreme strength and resistance to corrosion and high temperatures, making it a critical component in advanced aerospace and manufacturing. Finding this signature in a comet is, to be blunt, absurd. It's like analyzing the air around a volcano and discovering it's made primarily of refined gasoline. But the chemical strangeness didn't stop there. The second and perhaps most profound anomaly was the almost complete absence of water. Atlas's plume was found to be composed primarily of carbon dioxide. For solar system comets, water is the star of the show, like salt in the sea. It's the main ingredient that drives their activity. A comet without water is like an ocean without salt. This suggests that Atlas formed in a region of its home star system that was bizarrely dry, a condition difficult for astrophysicists to model. Or it suggests it's not a comet at all. The combination of an industrial-type metallic signature with a fundamentally unnatural volatile composition paints a picture of an object that wasn't born from a spinning disk of gas and dust. It points to something built, something artificial. As if the physical composition wasn't strange enough, another layer of mystery was added by how Atlas plays with light. When sunlight bounces off an object, it becomes polarized, like sunglasses that filter reflections. By studying this polarization, scientists can learn about an object's surface, texture, and composition. Most objects in our solar system, asteroids, comets, planets, polarize light in a predictable, positive way, like a known pattern. However, Atlas showed extreme negative polarization. This is an incredibly rare phenomenon indicating a surface made of very fine, porous, and likely complex materials, almost like an intricate network of tiny structures, like a microscopic sponge. What many overlooked is that this isn't just a small statistical deviation. It's a fundamental difference in how this object interacts with light itself, setting it apart from 99.9% of known celestial bodies. The evidence for its artificial nature was mounting, but the object's trajectory would be the final and terrifying clue. The mathematics of impossible coincidence. Beyond its physical properties, Atlas's path through space may be the most compelling and chilling evidence of all. You see, when an object is randomly hurled from another star system, its trajectory should be, well, random. It could come from any direction at any angle, like a ball thrown without aiming. But Atlas's path is anything but random. The most shocking fact is that it exhibits a level of precision that seems less like a cosmic accident and more like a carefully plotted course. These are anomalies that will remain intriguing forever because, unlike its composition, which we can study, its past trajectory is a mathematical fact that cannot be changed. First, there's its alignment with the ecliptic plane. The ecliptic is the flattened, disk-like plane where all planets in our solar system orbit the sun, like a giant table in space. For a random interstellar visitor, the chances of its trajectory aligning almost perfectly with this plane are incredibly small. Atlas's path is aligned within 5 degrees of the ecliptic. The statistical probability of this happening by chance is a mere 0.2%. It's like throwing a dart from a kilometer away and not just hitting the building, but hitting the exact floor where everyone is located. It's a stunning coincidence that immediately made astronomers question the object's random nature. Then things got even stranger. The object's arrival timing seems optimized to an unbelievable degree. As it swings around the sun, its trajectory is bringing it unusually close to several key planets. It's performing a kind of grand tour of our inner solar system with close passes near Mars, Venus, and even the giant Jupiter. A calculation of the odds of a random interstellar object having an arrival time that allows such planetary encounters is extremely small. 0.005%, like winning the lottery 3 times in a row. What many overlooked is that this isn't just a flyby. It's a series of close encounters that would be ideal for deploying probes or collecting data. It's exactly the trajectory someone would design for a reconnaissance mission. But the final clue is the one that sends chills down the spine. It connects this mysterious visitor to one of astronomy's greatest mysteries, the WOW signal. On the 15th of August, 1977, a radio telescope detected a powerful 72-second narrowband signal coming from deep space. It was so impressive that the astronomer on duty, Jerry Amon, circled it on the printout and wrote, "Wow!" It was the most promising candidate for an extraterrestrial signal ever recorded, and it never repeated. Now, incredibly, Atlas's arrival direction is aligned within 9 degrees of the WOW signal's origin point. The probability of this alignment being a coincidence is just 0.6%, like finding a specific needle in a stadium-sized haystack. Could this object be the long-awaited follow-up to that mysterious message from 48 years ago? All these impossible facts lead to a terrifying question. What happens next? A message in a bottle. As Atlas rockets toward its closest approach to the sun on the 29th of October 2025, the scientific community and indeed the world holds its breath. The mountain of evidence, from its impossible size and sun-facing jet to its industrial chemical signature and impossibly precise trajectory, has moved the conversation from "it's a strange comet," what is its purpose? People watching this unfold are right to look for mystery because we're in the middle of one of the most profound events in human history. The thing is, we need to consider every possibility, no matter how disturbing. Is this just a series of unbelievable coincidences? A 1 in a billion natural fluke? Or are we missing a key detail because we're afraid to confront the truth? One of the most prominent theories, which gains credibility with each new piece of data, is the Trojan horse analogy. In the ancient tale, an innocent-looking gift concealed a grave threat. In this modern cosmic version, an object disguising itself as a natural comet could be something far more complex. It could be an interstellar probe designed to study our system. The close passes by Mars, Venus, and Jupiter could be intentional waypoints to release smaller probes, like a space bus dropping off passengers at different stops. Devices that could then use the planet's gravity to adjust their courses toward Earth or other targets. Given its retrograde orbit moving opposite to the planets, releasing probes would be a highly efficient way to survey the entire solar system. This isn't just baseless speculation. It's a hypothesis that chillingly fits all the known facts. Blaise Pascal, the famous philosopher, argued that it's logical to consider God because even if the probability is small, the implications are infinite. The same logic applies here. Atlas's technological origin may be a low probability event, but its implications are species altering. In the coming days, we may get our first real answers. Between October 1 to 7, 2025, as Atlas makes its closest approach to Mars, a fleet of NASA and European Space Agency orbiters will turn their own eyes to the visitor. The high-resolution camera on the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter will obtain images with spatial resolution of just 19 meters per pixel, a view 20 times sharper than Hubble's, like the difference between seeing a blurry photo and a crystal clear one. These images could reveal the object's true shape and surface details. Is it a uniform rock, or does it have structure? The orbiters will also use their spectrographs to get a fresh, close reading of its composition. Will the unnatural signatures persist? We're about to get our best look yet at this enigma. The idea that nature could be more imaginative than Hollywood screenwriters has never been more true. Soon we'll know if we're looking at a rock or something looking back. So for those who cling to the idea that this is just a comet, they must be held accountable for explaining not 1, not 2, but 7 independent, incredible anomalies, each with an extremely small probability of occurring. When does a series of coincidences stop being coincidence and start becoming a message? Is Atlas a threat, a gift, or simply a sign that we are not and never have been alone? The verdict is coming, the evidence is overwhelming, and the passage is happening now. We may be on the verge of the greatest discovery in history or the greatest threat we've ever faced. But does a truly advanced civilization even need to visit to know we're here? Let us know your theories below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.